Have you ever noticed your brain creates problems that don't even exist? You're lying in bed at night, trying to sleep, and suddenly your mind replays a conversation from years ago. You walk into a room and you feel eyes staring at you, even though no one said a word. Or before making a decision, you freeze, trapped in endless what-ifs. But here's the shocking truth. Most of these problems are illusions. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, believed that these fears come from something much deeper, the hidden world of your unconscious mind. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear can completely change how you see your thoughts, your fears, and even yourself. And let me ask you this. How much of your life has been stolen by problems that never really existed? Survival brain versus modern mind. Thousands of years ago, your brain had one job: keep you alive. It was designed to overreact, to see danger everywhere. If you heard a sound in the bushes, your brain didn't say, "Maybe it's the wind." It said, "Tiger, danger, run." And that imagination, it saved lives. But today, there are no tigers. Instead, your brain uses the same system on modern life: emails, exams, job interviews, and social media likes. You send a text, no reply. Logic says, they're busy. But your brain screams, they're ignoring you. You did something wrong. Tell me honestly, has this ever happened to you? You create a whole story without a single piece of proof. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Your brain is not showing you reality. It's showing you your fears. Think about this for a moment. How many of your so-called problems are real? And how many are just survival brain alarms that don't belong in today's world? The endless what-if loop. Overthinking is your brain's desperate attempt to control the unknown. It asks endless questions. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I'm not enough? But here's the fact. Studies show 85% of the things people worry about never happen. And of the 15% that do, most turn out far less painful than imagined. So why does the brain do this? Because it thinks fear equals safety. But in reality, fear only equals suffering. How many times have you lived through disasters in your head that never came true in real life? The shadow. Jung's secret. Jung had a name for this hidden fear machine: the shadow. The shadow is the part of ourselves we deny, repress, or hide. If you fear rejection, maybe deep down you reject yourself. If you assume people judge you, maybe it's your own inner critic. Your brain then projects this hidden conflict onto the outside world, turning your fears into enemies and creating problems that don't exist. So tell me, are the people you're afraid of really your enemies? Or are they your own shadows calling for attention? This is Jung's genius. He showed us that most of our problems aren't out there. They're in here. Archetypes and inner dramas. Jung also spoke of archetypes, ancient roles inside us: the hero, the victim, the enemy, the judge. When you overthink, these archetypes wake up. You cast yourself as the victim. Others become the enemy. And even without evidence, your brain writes a whole drama. Haven't you noticed? Sometimes you've already decided the story before it even begins. That story is not reality. It's a script written by your unconscious mind. How the brain tricks the body. Modern science proves Jung right. When you imagine danger, your brain releases real stress hormones. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your muscles tighten. Even though the threat isn't real, your body believes it. This is why imaginary problems feel real, because in the body, they are. Think about that. Your mind tells a story, and your body suffers as if it were truth, breaking the cycle, practical and Jungian tools. So how do you stop your brain from creating fake problems? Step 1, awareness. Catch the thought. Ask, is this a real problem or just my imagination? Even this small question shines light on the shadow. Step 2, shadow work. Journaling, reflection, therapy. Ask yourself, what part of me am I afraid to face? When you face it, the shadow loses control. Step 3, presence. Overthinking lives in the past and the future. Peace exists only in the present. Try this right now. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Notice your body. You just stepped out of illusion and back into reality. Step 4, transform fear into curiosity. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this thought trying to teach me? Jung believed the unconscious isn't only darkness. It's also creativity, wisdom, and potential. Tell me in the comments, what's one fake problem your brain creates again and again? The hidden cost of imaginary problems. Every fake problem costs you something real. Time, energy, peace. How many opportunities are lost? Friendships never started, careers never pursued, love never expressed, because people believed in problems that never existed. Jung warned, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. The biggest tragedy isn't the fear itself. It's the life you never live because of it. So the next time your brain whispers, what if it all goes wrong? Pause, breathe, and ask, is this real or just my shadow playing tricks? Most of your suffering is not reality. It's imagination. You are fighting ghosts. But Carl Jung believed there is hope. When you make the unconscious conscious, when you face the shadow instead of running from it, you reclaim your mind as your ally, not your enemy. Remember this, your thoughts are powerful, but you are more powerful than your thoughts. Your shadow doesn't need to be feared. It needs to be understood. Step out of illusions. Step into reality. And maybe for the first time, you will meet your true self. This is the real mystery of the mind.